Hi, my name is Becca. Welcome back to Raising Them Simply. Here we share all about our secular homeschool as a family of 5, and today we're going to chat about our homeschool room. Now, several months ago, I did do a homeschool room tour. I will link it down below for you guys, but we have updated several things since then, and it's working so much better for our family. There's still a few things I want to hang on the wall, but for the most part, the room is all set up. If you are new here though, I have 3 small kiddos. I've got a 2nd grader, a preschooler, and a toddler running around in the mix, and we're also expecting our next child. I'm also a part-time working mom as a nurse, so this channel is all things homeschool and how we make it work for our family. So if any of that interests you, please hit that subscribe button so you're notified of future videos. But let's jump into it. So like I said, the schoolroom, there's a couple things I want to hang on the walls, but it is serving our family so much better now that we have redone it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and show you guys what we've got going on for our homeschool room. All right, so we've got this huge Billy bookshelf here from IKEA, and we got the extension pack so that we got another shelf way up here. Everything up here are our homeschool books that we're not currently using, but I want them referenced. Now we do have homeschool stuff in our basement. We have a cabinet that stores that stuff, but this is stuff that I want to have access to for the rest of the school year. I also have that roll there is just a roll of big butcher paper. We also have a little printer for the Yoto cards that we have, so that way I could print a little sticker on there and label them. We have this bin up here. We've got blank Yoto cards and index cards and post-it notes. We have extra tape up there, and on the side are just extra workbooks and stuff that we're not ready for yet. Here we have our math manipulatives bin, pretty self-explanatory. It has everything that we need for math. We've got our All About Reading Level 2 cards and our pre-reading cards up here. We've got these cool fossil collection kit. I found this from another creator on YouTube who also did prehistory from Build Your Library, and this just has cool real life different fossils that my kids can, really touch and divide out into the different categories. So this has been a fun thing for us to do. And then we've got this clay dinosaur modeling clay kit. Pro tip for birthdays and Christmases, my son loves these things from National Geographic, and we put them on our list for different gift ideas pretty much every single year. My son loves these, and then we use them throughout the year for the different whatever we're doing for school that year. So we've got this. We'll probably do this in the next week or so. This is where I keep my laptop, and then we have clipboards. I have one for each of my kids. And then I've shown you guys this before. We are an all about reading household. This is our level 2. I separate the activity guide and divide it out, laminate it, all the things so that I can reuse it for every kid. So we've got that. We've got our Math with Confidence. And this is our spelling bin. So we do spelling UC. So we've got that in here, the coloring books that come with it, our Explode the Code worksheets, and we also have these blank papers that have like the dashed lines and stuff on it for to help guide with writing. So we've got those in here. I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. My kids are supposed to be having quiet time downstairs, but we're just rolling with it. So if you hear them, that's why. This is our Build Your Library Ancient World. We are doing ancient history after we do prehistory, and I just wanted this up here to make it easier for myself. So I've got it up here. And then this is our history and science. So we've got our prehistory from Build Your Library that I laminated and spiral bound in here. And then I have some extra things. I talked about it in my preschool curriculum picks. I will link that video down below. But we've got some extra things that I had purchased for my oldest that I am bringing in just if she wants or needs something extra to work on. So I've got those in here as well. This one is our science bin. So we're doing nature study this year. So in here we have a bunch of our winter card or our seasonal cards. We have some extra resources for the sciences like I had mentioned in my preschool curriculum picks video as well. And then we've got a natural disaster and weather unit study that I purchased extra. These are things that we're hoping to pull in closer to winter, because here in Minnesota things go kind of dull in the winter, and especially now since I am expecting our next child. If I'm not feeling up for putting on a billion layers and going outside with the kids and stuff like that, I want us to be able to still do some like nature stuff, even if it's not outside all the time. So I've got all this for our science bin. And in here, this would be what I consider our extras. So we've got our anger book that we were working through with my son. We've got our logic books, my highlights book, and then we've got this inspiring stories for brilliant boys book. So these are just the extra stuff that we go through maybe once a week or so. For the logic stuff, we realized that my son's not really liking to do that when I schedule it in for school. I was hoping it would be something, because he loves doing those worksheets, and I was hoping it was something to keep him busy at the table while we're still doing school, and I don't want him starting a new Lego project or whatever else he's building. But it's not something that he wants to do like that. So, but if he wants to do them at any other point, they're in here. This is my preschoolers section. So we've got our All About Reading pre-reading workbooks. We have some different activities from the Purposeful Preschool that we've got in here as well. She's also doing a read 1,000 books before kindergarten thing that she's actually almost done with. All those worksheets are in here. This is our Purposeful Preschool. This folder we have here keeps the posters that we use for the pre-reading for All About Reading. And then I have a file folder here to make things easy. So when she finishes a worksheet or something like that for school, I just stick it in there so I don't have papers lying everywhere. And then down here, these right here are all the books for the pre-history with Build Your Library that we're using that we own. So these are the ones that we have. I also have our random like homeschool type books that we do at the beginning of the school year. And then I have a couple like character building trait books that we have in here as well, just so that they're there and I can see them, and it makes it nice and easy. And then once we're done with these, we'll put the ones we're not using up there. Since we are doing ancients this year, I still want to have access to these. Some of these books we'll use for both, but some of them it might just be nice for us to pull in. So then we'll have those, and then when we're done with all of them, if we don't have to use them next year, we'll move them downstairs or to a different bookshelf. And then these are our library books that we're using for prehistory. So there's extra books that are not the spines that I've gotten from our library. So those are there. We've got my planner and our morning menus here. We've got tape and pens and scissors and stuff. Our readers for our All About Reading. Our visual timer, our Math Island game, which my son really loves doing. And then we've got this, this is for our nature school that we're doing. I'm gonna lower the camera here and then I'm gonna show you what's underneath for you guys. Okay, so this is mostly our art stuff. So we have our whiteboards here. This is our caddy. These are different things for sensory bins and stuff, like tongs and scoopers. Those go in there. All of our watercolors and other paints. We've got some ink pads, crayons, paint sticks. These are great. These are little drawing pads that we use a lot for the car and stuff. We've got glue sticks, paint brushes, a spirograph, some dot markers. And then down here, this is kind of like our catch-all art bin. It has the popsicle sticks, googly eyes, stickers, putty, all that stuff in there. And then in here we have like paint smocks and palettes and stuff for painting. Now this is probably the favorite thing that we did for our school, is to get this new whiteboard. I will link it down below because it's amazing. It is adhesive on the back, but when you remove the adhesive, it doesn't leave any residue on the wall, which is amazing, and it doesn't leave any damage or anything. So one of the major things that we had to do with our dining room / school room was to paint the walls in order to do that. So we painted, we got this whiteboard and we use it for everything. I write my children's names up on the board, and then I list out what is expected of them to complete for school for the day, and that has been really helpful. So we put pictures up on there when my daughter is doing a certain letter for that day or her number, and we put that there. We've also got a handwriting letter chart that comes with spelling for my son, and then we have all of the All About Reading magnetic letter tiles, which is super nice. Over on the wall with those leaves there, we had to go on a nature walk and we laminated leaves that we found, and so they just wanted to place that up there. I have something to hang up here, like poster clips that are wooden on the top and bottom, and then you could clip it onto any poster and hang it on the wall so it looks nice. I just don't know when I want to hang there yet, so that's what I'm kind of planning for that wall. We've got our globe, and then in these benches here, or in this bench here, there's actually storage underneath. So that's where we keep our coloring books, Play-Doh, Pop-Its, all of that stuff. And this was actually the other big change that we made for our homeschool. So I just had this cube shelf sitting in a closet, and we just moved some stuff around. So we're doing these pom-pom jars, so the kids get a pom-pom every time they have a good day with school. We've got our Epson EcoTank printer, which is amazing. These are all the pom-poms for those jars. My cutter, my laminator, our German curriculum, sensory bins. We've got printer paper and cardstock, and then this is like scratch paper, and then just new construction paper there so that the kids have access to that, and then they've got their broom and mop and all that stuff to clean up after themselves. So there's our new school room. It feels so nice to have it painted and to have that whiteboard. It has been a game changer for our schooling, so I'm really glad we got that done. The only other thing besides those poster clips that we need to hang up on the wall is I've got some like a metal string to hang up with little clips so that we can actually clip up nicely our artwork that the kids do. Because if you're not new here, or if you are new here, we would just tape everything to the wall where the whiteboard is, which is fine, and it worked. But I'm hoping there's kind of like this half wall beam thing here that you can't really see. I'm hoping to put that up there, and then we can clip stuff up just so that things look nicer, because we do entertain, and everyone understands, of course, that we homeschool and this is the space we do it in, but I would just like things to look a little bit nicer. And a lot of times if we had a party or something like that, we would take it all down before guests came. So I'm hoping that that will look much better when we do get those hung up. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and lets me know what kind of videos you like to watch. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your homeschool space setup is and how it works for your family, or if you're making any changes. Please hit that subscribe button. It is a free way for you to be notified of future videos, and I can't wait to catch you guys next time. Bye.